Oh, good morning. I never film this early in the morning because usually I don't want to. But we're gonna see. I gotta take stuff out of my pockets. I got this remote for that radio. So we're headed in. It's 20 after 10. Sweet. It still works.
Have you ever seen the rain?
It's good to be back. New GLA 250, and there's Joe's S4. I'm on my way out. Got my class done. Got a CLA class over there. X3 new to somebody. 750 Li F01. Big wheels on that. And I got shitty parking today. And the cars on both sides of me have now changed. They had a 550 wagon BMW here. Now it's a, what is this, an Escort? All right, there goes my first Craigslist transaction. Sold to, I don't want to have him see me filming, that'd be weird. Lamar in his Honda Accord. So that's done. I got my 20 bucks in my wallet. He said it looked new and was happy with that. So that's gone. And, oh, that's not curb it. Suppose we go home now. Everywhere I go today, it seems like there's just trucks and cars parked on the road. Huge trucks carrying big trailers, carrying machinery, equipment, driving around, backing up in the road. You know, we just get by two guys that decided to park on the street. Now we've got a pickup truck backing a huge trailer with blowers and mowers into a driveway. And it is that time of year where, I mean, look, it looks like shit. Everything needs to be cleaned up. But unfortunately, that means for anybody trying to go anywhere, it's going to take twice as long because everything's down to one lane for 20 feet every quarter mile. Plus, somebody around here thought it was a fantastic idea to drive around and anywhere there's some cracks in the road, a tar and feather method, as I call it. If you fill it with sticky tar and then just pitch some stones on top of it, you know, 4 or 5 of the stones might stick in the tar, and the rest of them have now made Hudson Aurora Road a world-class beach, which is just fantastic for your car. So thanks. So, I did like 3 hours of leaf blowing with the backpack. Oh, that is hard on your shoulders. Every time it seems to get a little worse too. I think you'd build some shoulder calluses, maybe not the... blew off my whole yard, half of my driveway side neighbor's fronts, their whole side, part of their back. Officially out of gas, so I just went over to Sohar's and bought 6 more, I'm using the synthetic oil in that now. It makes a gallon, so that's 6 gallons of gas. That should get me through the season. 20 bucks. So I'm debating mowing now. It's 4:40. I could get my yard done. It's so wet though. You know, it's rained every day every day but one for the last 12 days. So it's just soaked. The backyard, I would definitely turf it in a few places. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but it needs to get done. It's a lot harder to blow leaves out of taller grass, obviously. It's like pushing it through a thicker comb. So I really need to do that. I would love to mow next door instead, but that would require another hour to 2 of blowing to make that mowable, and that's even more wet. They took down some trees, or one huge tree in the front yard, and it's always just a mud pie there. And I wish they would take the other one down. It's this huge pin oak tree. All of their leaves fall over the course of 2 months and then blow all over our property and the yard and the landscaping. I spend the whole spring picking oak leaves, and they don't like deteriorate. They don't break down nearly as quickly as the maple leaves do. So that's going to be the remainder of the daylight part of the afternoon and evening anyways. I've got a math assignment due tonight, 20 questions. I've got 5 done already. It's due tonight at midnight, so I'll do that. And then I'm sure I will watch some Dexter and fall asleep. I think trash day is tomorrow, so I can resume clean out. A couple things I want to list downstairs on Craigslist still. I was able to get rid of that CD player today. So you know, if I can stay this busy and productive, gotta be able to get stuff done if you're gonna work hard. For the rest of the winter, we will get an unbelievable amount of stuff done, and hopefully the time will pass faster. So I had a request on E39 Source to do somewhat of a comparison between the 330 and the M5. I think I'm going to turn that into a winter driving. How was BMW's four-wheel drive system in comparison to the rear-wheel drive system? Now I realize I'm comparing a four-wheel drive 3 Series with narrow snow tires to a M5 with wide all seasons on the back, but I'll try to be as forgiving as I can with that. But I'm just going to think off the top of my head here for a minute. There are major differences between the E46 and E39 that you immediately notice when driving either one in succession after the other one. And I think one of the biggest differences is just, like, they don't even feel like they're made by the same brand. I don't know what to call that. Overall feeling, there's just no similarities. The steering, this car has rack and pinion, or this car has a recirculating ball, which is very different than rack and pinion. I prefer the recirculating ball. Rear wheel drive, you feel a huge difference. Tighter differential, 6-speed, jet drag, but really throttle input, sensitivity, power output obviously is 400 and some versus 200 and some horsepower. But this car has 8 throttle bodies, and you really feel the difference in responsiveness. And I'm not talking power, I'm just talking how responsive whatever amount of power you have is. Those 8 throttle bodies, I mean, just a centimeter of foot movement is instantly translated into momentum, whereas the 3 Series is way more spongy, and I don't know if that all comes down to throttle body, but there's a big noticeable difference with that. Plus, this car, on a negative note, makes a lot more interior noise. Do you hear all this? The split fold seats. It's older. It doesn't have more miles, but it's older. Just the sunroof cassette rattles. We got something down here in the footwell that rattles. Let's listen to all that. It's noisy in here. The 3 Series is quiet. All right, now 1:36 a.m. So since we talked, I think I was in the car on the way back from picking up that oil. Mixed up a fresh batch of mixed gasoline, and what did I do? Well, I mowed here. I got this house mowed, and then I went next door and blew off their entire yard over another 3 hours, totaling like 6 hours today with the backpack on my back, and it was terrible. I am just totally physically exhausted. My shoulders are killing me. Lower back really hurts, but we got it done. So tomorrow my goal is to mow over there. This lens is dirty. I want to mow over there tomorrow, and I'll be done with that for a little bit. So we got rid of the radio today. That was good. Colt came over this evening and picked up all the stuff that he was going to take. So now the only thing left under there that's his is his bumper. Then we have that cart, suitcases, and packing boxes. So that's pretty well done. Brad's still coming on Sunday, I think, to pick this stuff up. Now this is all sports stuff that is my sister's. She's got some softball mitts and baseball mitts, whatever, knee pads, a helmet, roller blades from years ago, and there's another helmet in there, softball helmet, I think. So I'm gonna have to figure out what she wants, what's sellable, and what's garbage for the next outtake. So that's going to be later this week, I guess, or weekend. I still have these tires that need to get on the 330 as soon as Tire Rack sends me some money. These are Colt's wheels. I think I'm going to get on him to list those. So Colt, if you're watching that, please be proactive in listing those. They don't really have any value to you, and they're just taking up space. And, you know, make some money on them. Why not? I listed this chair that's never had a place in our house. It's totally destroyed, but we inherited it from somebody a long time ago. So I put it on, I haven't yet put it on Craigslist. I'm going to talk to my mom about it, but I mean, it's total garbage. It just needs to get out of here. But we also have this big table saw back here under the steps that I'm going to see if I can pawn off on my uncle. Got an old vacuum out down there that'll go out with the trash. Years ago, we bought a new patio set, and it came with 4 chairs, obviously. And this one chair, if you look at the back legs, you can tell the right one is intact. The left one, It's broken off. Got hit with a lawnmower and the vibrations going through it sheared that leg off. So we bought another one and that's been sitting here. So I put that on Craigslist. Hopefully somebody can buy it and scrap it or fix it, or I don't care, I just want that gone. So we've been really productive this week. We got a ton of stuff done, both class-wise. I got everything taken up through this weekend complete. A couple exams next week, presentation coming up, registration for classes coming up. It's gonna be busy. Also, while Colt was here, we hung out a little bit, cleaned out a bunch of stuff over here. We had a ton of really old oil, old Castrol 530 synthetic. And you think with synthetic oil, it won't break down, it'll last. Well, I decided to junk it. I poured it all into a big empty 5-gallon, and the bottom of those quarts was just thick sludge, so it wasn't usable anyways. So I cleaned that out. There's still stuff to go. We cleaned out some drawers over here. I'm gonna go through all this stuff again and further thin that out, but yeah, we're getting a lot of work done. As I said earlier, if we can keep this up, it's going to be a good winter of getting a lot of work done. That's going to have to be done sometime. Get it done now. Did an episode of Dexter, only one tonight. Colt and I watched 70s show for a little bit, but I am totally whipped. It's going to feel great to lay down in bed and get some sleep. Tomorrow's Friday. We got a yard to mow. Then we're going to hang out. Saturday should be nice, and Sunday will probably be another work day. Great to drive the M5 today again too. So talk to you guys tomorrow on Friday. Hope your weekend's starting off well. Good night.